Good morning, folks. Welcome to build day 35. The reason why I know it's 35 is that I just got done going through the last 10 vlogs and marking off the list of drinks that we've used. We've actually finished 2 pages and got a couple other pages almost done. We've been drinking a lot, guys. Hopefully you guys have liked some of the drinks. I'm standing over in the Pirate, our first order of business today. And you see he's coming on and turning off. It means it's with the board somewhere. So I've got to get here. I got to get in and diagnose that board. And that skull on the ship's wheel. I know why it's not working. I forgot to plug it in. So I got a extension cord out here, and we're going to get in there and get him fixed. Get that light fixed. And we're going to take a look at the board in there too and see if we can figure out what's going on with the board. I think I know what's wrong, but not exactly sure. I was originally thinking it was a power line or something going over the sensor cord that was causing the problem. But since I have no power on other than the board itself and the sensor, it's with the board. It could be the power lines for the board causing the problem. I gotta get in there and get that fixed. So we're gonna start that first. After that, we're gonna get over here into the Gypsy. We got the tree done last night. Today, we've got to get the bookcase lit up with some spots, and there's some low voltage items on it that need to be plugged in. We've got all the heads scattered around that need their lights. We got to get a light on the stove. We got the candle holders that need the lights. You know, so it's just basically going to be lighting today. Diagnose the Pirate, get it fixed, and then get over here and start doing lighting. And I did general floods on the tables. You know, just to light up the tables. I might come back through and add some individual spots to highlight certain items too. Haven't gotten that far or thought that far ahead yet. But right now, just trying to get lighting on things that need lighting before I come back in and start doing individual stuff. But it's going to take a little bit, and it'll go a lot quicker if I put the camera down. But before we put the camera down, we need to fortify ourselves. Yes, we do. We need some breakfast. Gotta have breakfast. And I think I know what I want this morning. A pepperoni, black olive, diced onions, and 3 cheese calzone. A big plate-sized calzone. I'm not talking about that crap you get at Pizza Hut. I'm talking about the calzones like my wife makes. She actually makes them from scratch. Even the dough. You know, she's going to do it. It takes all day. She makes up the dough with yeast. It has to rise. She punches it down. It has to rise again. Then she rolls it out. When it comes to the ingredients inside, she uses homemade tomato paste. She has a bunch of it canned that she does every year for just such occasions. But, you know, we get the onions from the grocery store, at least this time of the year, because fresh onions are gone, done, and over with the season. Pepperoni and that sort of thing, all from, you know, the grocery store, and the cheese. She doesn't make cheese, but, you know, she puts it together from scratch, and they're good, and they're plate-sized, and I mean plate-sized. God, they're good. But anyway, calzones. There you go. There's your breakfast of the day. Now it's time to get to work. And I've got a dog watching me right there, wiggling. I think she wants to come outside. I better bring her out before she drives the wife nuts. Alright, midday update. Going on about 2. Time to go in and get some breakfast. I've been working on all the aerial stuff. The stuff attached to the walls all the way around. There's 24 LEDs, all spots, aimed. Each item gets 2 LEDs. And, like I said, just going on about 2. It's taken about 3 hours to hook up all the LEDs, plus run the wiring and everything for it. We're getting there. I still have to get a flood in on the bookcase, and there's some items on the bookcase, all 3 skulls and the 2 candles that need to get hooked up. I got the stack of skulls in the back on that table to get hooked up. And then I've got 3 skulls on that table that need to be hooked up, as well as I need a flood or something for the stove. There is a light inside the stove, and you can see that, but you really can't tell what it is at night. So I want to put some sort of flood or something on there to highlight it. So, you know, I've still got some LED work to do, but now it's time for lunch. Okay, trying something new here. I'm not sure if this is going to work, but I'm using my old cell phone to record video. I have it saving to my SD card on here, and I will use that SD card to transfer the footage over onto my computer so I can edit it, because the phone will no longer hook up to my computer now that I have it deactivated from service. But files on the SD card I can transfer, so I found a walkaround. But here's a nighttime look at the Gypsy display. I do not have everything turned on. I probably should. In fact, I'm going to go turn that on now before I bring the set dresser out here. So you'll get a little bit more footage on here. And I don't know if I'll shoot anything on the new cell phone. I like the new cell phone, a lot of its features and stuff, and the camera is beautiful on the new cell phone. But where they have the mic at, sucks. The mic picks up really, really bad. And as you've noticed on some of the nighttime footage I've shown you, sounds like there's a wind blowing, except for when I'm talking. And the reason for that is I've had to crank the gain up on the soundtrack so much to get things to, you know, come through so you can hear what everyone's saying. That's pathetic. That I don't have to do that with this one. This one has a really nice mic on it. But anyway, there's a nighttime look. Let me go get things turned on and the props and stuff turned on, and then we'll get the set dresser out here to take a look, and I'll give you a little bit more footage. The entrance of the person who really owns this haunt, the set dresser.
Kaylee, what are you...
She's knocking stuff around. Huh? Yeah, you are. She wanted to be out here too.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, ship's wheel looks a lot better with the skull working.
Yeah.
And that's the Ouija board in the back going off.
Yeah, I can see it going off.
Yeah, but the people on camera might not be able to. I'm recording, sweetheart. But what do you think of the lighting?
It's pretty good.
Kaylee just set the Ouija board off. I'm wondering if I should put a spot on the Ouija though, because it is just kind of blending in back there. You can't really see the cursor moving.
I can, but I don't know if that many people are going to stand here and wait for it to move around.
Yeah, well that's why I have it aimed for when they come through the gate. You know, it'll be moving. That, you really can't see the witch's head. You can tell there's something in the crystal ball, but...
You could do a spot.
I think I might add a spot tomorrow. I'm not going to do it tonight. And then you got the skulls up there. Okay, we're doing a test over in the water room. Swam was in here. We picked up some of that glow-in-the-dark webbing, that green stuff. It's supposed to react underneath black light.
Not. I mean, you can tell it's up there, but...
Yeah. I don't know if it'd be actually worth it to have it up there on all the sections.
No, maybe I should just stick to the fence.
Fence and maybe drizzle it down the walls.
Yeah, okay.
So, but it's not too bad in here. But anyway, there's your nighttime footage. Hopefully. It's happy hour. And we're going fruity tonight. An apple martini. Crock apple, fresh lemon juice, and simple syrup. Very simple recipe that sounds kind of good. An apple martini. You know, I don't think I've ever had a apple martini or a regular martini for that matter. Now stay tuned for your end of the day wrap up. End of the day wrap up. And if you'll notice, no Kaylee. That's because we got done moving the truck and she wanted to go right in the house. So I let her in. Then it dawned on her, I didn't come with her, so she's laying by Sue Ann's feet looking out the front window. Like, Dad, what about me? And it's like, hey, you wanted in. She should have known better. My old cell phone. I recorded some footage on it, nighttime footage, a couple of them. One explaining what was going on with my old cell phone. If for some reason that footage doesn't work and there is no nighttime footage in the vlog, I will explain tomorrow. If there is, you'll get the explanation, and you got 3 nighttime clips. So ought to keep you entertained for a little while. But past that, we got the gypsy done today. It's got the hay in. I think I am going to get in there tomorrow and install 2 more spots. One aimed at the Ouija board and the other one at the crystal ball to highlight those 2 things. So those are the main things on the 2 tables. Because right now, I've got a general flood lighting up each table, and they just kind of blend in. And I want to highlight those 2 items. So I'll put in 2 more spots tomorrow, which shouldn't take too long. I did make it over into Spider. Spent most of the evening after we attempted to shoot the nighttime footage. Actually, I started out a little bit before, I started out just before dinner running the airline, but working on the jumping Spider. Ended up having to do a little bit of maintenance on the prop that I wasn't expecting. But we did get it all hooked up, set up, and it is working. A little bit better than intended. Apparently I've been running it with a bug that I didn't know about. I have 2 solenoids on that prop. It's a 2-bar lifter. For those of you that do pneumatics, you know what a 2-bar lifter is. One solenoid causes the Spider to go up and down. The other solenoid, and this is the one I had a goof on, spits air. And I usually program him to go all the way up, spit air, drop down a bit, and go back up and down, up and down, up and down, and spits air a couple of times during that. And then settles down, resets, for the next people. Usually I mount the solenoids to the framework, a little further up on the framework somewhere. And he's always gone up, always come down, up and down, up and down. We have a burlap sheet over the top of him that Sue Ann has sewed on cobwebbing or batting to make it look like cobwebbing. So it makes it look like he's sitting on a nest. And usually when that thing goes all the way up, the bag goes with him, but there's enough of it to where the whole floor of the display is still covered by the bag. Well, I got to noticing when I was testing him, testing the solenoids, that the burlap bag or the burlap cloth was coming dang near off the ground. Or not off the ground, excuse me. The solenoids were coming off the ground. And it seemed like the mech was straining slightly. So I got to looking at it, and it was the hose for the air spitter that was causing the problem. Over the years, I just keep snipping it, a little bit here, a little bit here, and it got to be too short. So I had a length of hosing to replace the old stuff that was on the mech, and I didn't cut it to length. I just put it on. It was like a foot extra, well, actually about a foot and a half extra longer than the old cord. Plugged it in and fired it off, and the thing went up and up, and I got to looking at the bag. The whole bag came off the ground, not bag, but the burlap cloth damn near came off the ground all the way. So I was losing about, by the look of it, a foot of height with that spider. So this year, when people get near that thing and it goes off, it's going to go up higher than the fence. I think that's going to catch a couple of our regulars a little off guard, having that thing going up over the fence. At least, that's the way I'm looking at it now. I still have to put the fence into place. But for the first time since we've built that prop, I'm actually going to have to put straw, that stuff, in around the prop, because the bag is not covering the ground, or the cloth is not covering the ground. So it's going to be interesting. But anyway, I did get that all ready to go. I just got to put the fence in, mount the sensor to the fence, and get the lighting done in it. But with that pneumatic prop done, all I've got left in Spider is lighting. And we should get that done tomorrow. So Spider should be done tomorrow. Caveat, we got clouds coming in. And I was just looking at my phone. And they're forecasting rain for tonight and sunshine for tomorrow. I don't trust the weather on the phone. Half the time they'll say, okay, yeah, you're going to get rain in an hour. And then 8 hours later it rains. Or they'll forecast sunny weather for tomorrow and it rains all day. It's not very accurate half the time. But tomorrow, if it is raining, we are going to put Spider on hold, because that's not undercover. Half the clown area has its lighting done, but I need to do the pneumatics over there. While the hammering clown is undercover, the jack in the box ain't, and where I have to run the air hoses ain't undercover. So I'll bypass that one. We'll probably jump right into water room and work on water room or corn. Or I could do the photo hallway. All those areas are undercover. I don't feel like getting soaked. It's so damn cold out here now. When we started this, we were in the upper 70s to low 80s. Now we're mid 50s to low 60s. It's just like, it's getting chilly. I keep expecting it to snow. But anyway, I'm calling it. Stay spooky, stay toxic.